Hey everyone, it's Sunday, late morning here, my time. I just went out to get some bagels, some yummy, delicious, blazing bagels, my New York rye bagel here. And before I go back and take the kids their bagels and have mine, I thought I'd jump on and share with you today's day 5 of the 10-day challenge that I'm doing to share what I've learned so far about widowed parenting from hosting the Widowed Parent podcast. And before I go any farther, let me say that this particular episode I did with Tracy Biebel, which is episode 6, I think I've heard is relevant to a lot of parents, not just widowed parents. Hey, Cammie. So I encourage you to maybe have a listen, not thinking this episode is just for widowed parents. Anyway, Tracy Biebel is a social worker and a parenting coach, and she's in Portland, Oregon. And I really enjoyed talking to her. And one of the things I really thought was neat about this episode was it was based on a listener question. So I have a SurveyMonkey up, and I encourage listeners to write in and let me know what is the biggest challenge that they're facing right now as a widowed parent, and lots of great responses that I've gotten that have helped me to choose guests and find topics that would resonate with people. Excuse me. And so one widowed mom wrote in and said that she had a son, and he now was around 5th grade, I think, and was just kind of on the edge of puberty, and his peers were starting to go to the puberty class with their dads. And she was wondering if she should take him to the class, and also just general tips about connecting with him as he gets older and his body's changing and moving into the teenage years and things like that, which I thought was a fantastic question. And so I invited Tracy Biebel to join me on the show, and really enjoyed my discussion with her. So many great things we talked about, but just a couple things I wanted to call out here today. First of all, let's see, on the topic, oh, hey, Trini, good to see you. On the topic of connecting with kids as they get older. So I asked her about, so often you pick up your kids from school or something and you say, how was your day? And they say, fine. And that seems to kind of shut down the conversation. So she had some really good tips. She said, as they get older, you get to kind of flip the script. And she said, for example, you could pick them up or, be talking to them and say, oh, the funniest thing happened to me today. And then tell them about something funny that happened in your day. And then kind of, turn it back to them and say, how about you? Did anything funny happen in your day? And so then the kids kind of get the message like, oh, this is how this works. Like, you share something about you, I share something about me, and kind of sidesteps that whole how was your day, fine, and then no more. So I really liked that tip. And then the thing that I really found interesting, you often hear, a lot of things I'm reading or listening to or whatever, they talk about how it's important that kids not feel like they have to manage their parents' emotions. Or really, if you read I read a lot of Carolyn Hacks and Ask Amy, and try to understand the challenges. Hey, I think Christy might have joined. Hey, Christy. Sorry, I'm losing my train of thought. About boundaries, about learning what, for example, helping kids learn what are they responsible for and what are they not responsible for. And so one of the ideas being that you're not responsible for managing somebody else's emotions, so they're responsible for managing their own emotions. So I asked Tracy, I said, so what does that really look like? Like, can you give me some examples of what to do or what not to do? Or, okay, it sounds good to say that, but what does that mean? So she said, for example, you could say, oh, you're talking to your kids. I had a really frustrating day today at work. This is what happened. This is what I'm doing about it. And you're modeling that, you can handle tough things that come up and you can manage the emotions and find a solution and whatnot. And she said, the thing not to do, she said, is I had a really tough day at work today, so now you have to be nice to me. Or I had a really tough day at work today, so now you need to do this or that for me. And she said, no, that's not the deal. Like, kids are responsible for managing the things they're responsible for, whether that's their schoolwork, their own emotions, whatever's been defined as, vacuuming or laundry or whatever, but that you don't want to make them responsible for managing the parents' feelings as well. So I said, so what should you say instead? Like, what does that look like in a better example? So she said, hey, I had a really tough day at work today. This is what happened. This is what I'm doing about it. And I just wanted you to know, like, it's not your job to manage that. I'm just sharing how my day went. So I thought that was a really good, like, concrete, practical example. And actually, Tracy's full of, I think her coaching company is called Practical Parenting. And I think that's a great name because she's actually got lots and lots of practical advice. Another one that she said she kind of likes to have fun because the original topic was puberty and related topics. And so she said she likes to just interject with her kids. All of a sudden, maybe you're in the middle of a car ride or doing the dishes and, hey, mom, PSA, tampons can cause toxic shock syndrome, so if you're going to use tampons, you need to change them frequently. And she said, even if your kid's grown and say, Mom, we know that, and roll their eyes and whatever, they're still hearing the message. It's still important that they know it's not a taboo topic. It's reinforcing it. And, maybe it will spark a question. Maybe one of the kids will say, hey, what's that? Or tell me more about that. So I like that tip as well. So I can't get into, everything she talked about here. I would encourage you to go over to listen to episode 6, and you can get it at widowedparentpodcast.com. And I'll put a link also in the comment section below, so you can go straight to episode 6. And she also, on the show notes page, she had a ton of books to recommend. So, especially on the topic of helping kids as they're getting older through puberty and the teenage years and all those related topics. So, anyway, I hope you're having a great day. I'm going to go home now and eat my bagel and work on some stuff around the house. And, hey, Karen, thanks for joining. So yeah, I'm going to go home and have my bagel and get some stuff done, and I will see you back here tomorrow. Okay? Thanks. Bye-bye.